Hang on. I need you to no. Here. You need carry here. It's for doping test.
Hey, David. Congrats. You put this moment into words. Help us even try to understand concluding your career like that against a guy that good.
Oh, frick. Oh, I mean, when you're so good for so long, you know, you just never know when it's time to be done. You know, I just got an opportunity to go out the way I wanted to. You know, just frick. This was I don't know, it's a tough decision to wrestle, but you know, just didn't want to end the way I did in April. It didn't necessarily mean I want to be here either. You know, I just want to have the chance just to finish on my terms, you know. So, you know, coming in this knowing this is it. I was hyper-focused on wrestling Sedgwick Live and, you know, and just the game script of what I thought, you know, how the match went different. Should have wrestled like that match, you know. So I felt like this was a chance at redemption. This match was, you know. So, I mean, I just never went to a tournament thinking, you know, anything but first. But, you know, getting a chance, I mean, it's a world final caliber match, you know. And today was obviously not my best wrestling, but I felt like in that match that was. And I think just, you know, thinking, you know, frick, I'm really tired, sore, and I really think about why I came here. You know, it's good insertion of get a cowboy up, you know, and I had 6 minutes to just wrestle the way I want to. And of all the matches I wrestled, I felt like finally first time this year, I had a lot of clarity there. A lot of real clear clarity of exactly what I was going to do and how I was going to wrestle, and I was able to execute that.
What do you want people to remember you about as a wrestler?
I mean, I was just a little kid, you know, just like every other little kid that starts. I just always dreamed of greatness. And, you know, I leave here today, 33 years old, the best in the world 4 times, been finals 5, finished bronze here. But I end my career, and everybody in the world knew who I was. You know, every wrestling room, every wrestling gym across the whole entire world. You know, so I think that's pretty awesome. That alone is, I think, a pretty cool way to end the sport. And just had a lot of help along the way. A lot of help. So, yeah.
David, what has it meant to you to represent Team USA? You were screaming it very loud and proud at the end.
It's everything. I mean, I remember there was a time when I was just hoping to just make a team, you know, and that was a hard thing to do for a while, you know, and it's just make a team, and then you get here, and just because you won for a long time, that certainly doesn't mean you're going to continue to win. So just proud to do it. Proud. I feel like I was a leader for the country for a while in the way that I wrestled, and good representation for young boys and girls out there of how the sport should be competed at the highest level. You know, it should be scoring and trying to score and build your lead, and wrestle kind of like that ferocious mentality. And that was hard to tap back into. I started to lose that towards the end. You know, I felt like that last match, I was able to kind of tap back into that. I envisioned in my head, like, man, it'd be great to go out breaking this dude. You know, and I would say probably wasn't a lot of people probably thought I was going to do it today, you know, but to go out and break him, you know, that was pretty cool.
What did you feel in that second period? It seemed like there was something there and you were in attack mode immediately.
I mean, if I could go back and wrestle Sedgulayev, I should have just thought about weathering the storm, not throwing myself in there, you know, but I'm a shooter and I'm going to go down shooting. You know, I think I want to play a shot clock game. But, you know, I've just had a lot of regret since then, be like, wow, if I could have just wrestled a little more tactically, probably be a little different. So I think going in there, just a little more tactic. I know in their minds, they knew they were going to get tired. No matter how I felt, they've just done it for 7 years wrestling me. So I just feel like if I just can just weather it, keep myself in it, my shots sucked the entire tournament, and then all of a sudden there, it's just your instincts kick in, you know, and I was hitting, I'm shooting, I'm sucker dragging out, I'm re-attacking. I haven't had clarity the whole tournament, and that match was crystal clear. So it's just kind of, when you have purpose, you know what you want, you know, you smell blood in the water, and you go get it.
You mentioned clarity a couple times. Just for us, what does that mean on the wrestling mat for you? What does that mean?
I mean, clarity is just, you know what you want. You know, I think my whole life I knew exactly what I wanted in wrestling. I think that's what's made it really hard, is you start to lack it. And when you wrestle like Superman, no one feels like they got a chance. You know, when they see the Clark Kent version, everyone gives you the best version, you know? So I think just having clarity and realizing, you know, I can still be that guy. Maybe I wasn't that guy every single time towards the end, but, you know, it wasn't the entire tournament today, but when I had to turn on at the end, I was able to do that. And just, you know, Jimmy was talking to me a lot about it. You know, just, I got laser focused on just doing a few things, kind of regressing back to just what I've been good at for a really, really long time. And then there, it just, I was moving, I was snapping, I was faking, I was getting him reacting, and just stuff adds up, you know, and that's what made me great. What I did earlier today, what I did in April, that doesn't make me great. But what I did there in that match, that's what made me great, you know, so I was able to do that.
What did head coach Bill Zack say to you when you're off the mat? You have so many memories with him. What did he say?
I mean, just proud of me, you know. Went on a lot of tournaments together. You know, we spent a lot of time together. A lot of tours, you know, heartache, triumph. I mean, I remember, you know, 2017 when I beat Yazdani, you know, just Coach Zadek in the corner, and just that kind of really spurred this, you know. Just been a long road, you know. So Coach Zadek was just really supportive of me in my journey, and towards the end gave me the flexibility that I thought I needed. Maybe I needed a little less flexibility, but you know, he just was he's really, really great to work with.
Considering your first match yesterday didn't go great, did you watch the semis? I know you weren't here, but were you watching live, or did you get an update? And if you watched it live, what are you thinking as it's?
I was laying in bed, and I was thinking, like, well, there's no reason to even check my weight, because if Gaziantep wins, it doesn't matter. Sedgulayev wins, and I'll go check my weight, you know, and then, you know, Gaziantep wrestled a perfect match there, you know, and gave himself a great chance, and that's what makes Sedgulayev great, right? I mean, so just the momentum of being like, wow, 10 seconds up, I'm done. Came all the way out here, spent time away from my team, my family, to be a bum, you know, and then get a chance of redemption today. You know, that was, I think today is just, yesterday I was really, you know, anxious, had a lot of things going on in my mind today, and today was pretty like, all right, just got to get to the end and go out the way I want to, you know. So yeah, I'm not happy that he beat me the first time, but I'm sure it's like happy he beat Gaziantep in the semis, gave me a chance to come back.
What does it mean, and what I should say is the impact that you left on not just the U.S. wrestling, but you know, the whole wrestling community? Because, you know, you heard Iran fans saying we love you, David, and just to come together because of your wrestling style. What does that mean to you, that a different fan base is going to cheer for you no matter what?
I think think you respect the effort that I put in, the way I wrestled. You know, I wasn't just skating by. You know, I was trying to dominate people for a long time. You know, I think there's a lot of respect element to that. Brought a lot of folk style into freestyle. You know, hopefully Americans continue doing that. I think we have a big advantage there. And just a lot of respect, you know, respect for them too. I mean, a lot of my training revolved around wrestling Yazdani. You know, like he pushed me towards the end. You know, without each other, we didn't really have a lot that we were doing there for a couple of years. You know, it was just each other. We were pushing each other. We were trying to find each other way to get better. He was trying to get better. I was trying to get better. It was micro adjustments. You know, that was a match that the whole world. I've been a part of these matches where the world stops and they watch. You know, I've been on the good side of it, I've been on the bad side of it, but that's what makes wrestling, you know, so yeah, appreciate the sport.
I know you are officially retired. Just this is kind of a weird question, but the decision not to go through the shoes off, taking your shoes off on the mat.
I mean, obviously I know it's something that wrestling's always done. You know, I think people they predetermine it, and a lot of times they go out losing, you know, knowing that's when they're going to put their mat, and, you know, my focus was wrestling, you know, and I think everyone knows the respect that I have for the sport, and you know, I think the respect, of course, you know, so I don't think I needed to leave my shoes on the mat, but I appreciated the moment out there.
What kind of a...
Look, he grabbed his up a couple times, and I was like, is he?
No, I felt like music, you know. You know, and I think also retirement, it's like, I'm not done in wrestling. You know, I'm not leaving my shoes out there. I got a recruiting visit tomorrow. You know, I'm flying home on Friday. We got guys at Oklahoma State this weekend. You know, if we get a couple commitments, that'd be pretty sweet. You know, but yeah, I'm not done wrestling. I'm done competing. My time competing is done, but my time in wrestling, my shoes are gonna be on Monday in practice room. You know, helping these next guys. Zahid's gonna be here on Monday. You know, so you know I got to help him now. You know, hopefully share this time with him. Hopefully we can get out here and compete at this level. You know, so and everybody, the whole team. So my shoes are not done. I'm not retired from the sport of wrestling. I don't do that anymore.
One final message to the fans, everyone that's supported you, everyone that's cheered you on and given you the day to go out there and wrestle, and just give them one final message.
It's just thank you. You know, just starting with my Little League coaches in Evanston, Wyoming. You know, my family. A lot of sacrifices on their end. A lot of training partners over the years. You know, moving to St. Paris Graham, you know, Jeff Jordan and that program had a big impact on my life. And, you know, Cale Sanderson and Cody and Casey Cunningham, Jake Varner and Troy Letters. You know, just my teammates along that time and that journey. And, I mean, Jimmy, Thomas, Tyler. I mean, the problem, you start naming people, you start forgetting people, you know, and there's a lot of people on this journey. But I'd say the biggest thing is just my wife. She's got to put up with this stuff, you know, and she's just like, dude, you can't put me through that type of emotional turmoil anymore, you know, and I said I was going to come back and wrestle. So obviously I think she's pretty proud. And I think one thing that going to Olympic trials, you know, I was talking about doing it for my family and doing it for my girls and trying to be an example, you know, and that's a pretty heavy burden to carry. And today I just was thinking about doing it for myself, you know, the way I intended to start this sport. And in doing that, it's the best way I could thank all the people that helped me along the way. So yeah, just thank you. Thank you, wrestling. You know, it's been pretty awesome.
David, thank you so much. Appreciate it. It's been an absolute pleasure watching it. Thanks.